So I know I'm a little late on this situation, but I wanted to make sure that I watched all the videos on this situation so I ain't like speaking out of line. But I made sure I watched Ryan Clark and RG3 them go back and forth about this situation with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I agree with RG3 about, children and wives, you got to leave that out. Leave that out of conversation. Leave it out of conversation.
Wives and children are always off limits.
But then I agree with Ryan about this whole thing of black men shitting on black women in the presence of white women.
And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping.
Or vice versa. You know what I mean? Black women criticizing, black men in the presence of white men. It's something about that dynamic of interracial marriages and dating that people don't want to address. And I think Ryan Clark addressed it really well. It's no hate on RG3, but the fact that, you're imitating Angel Reese, rolling your neck and all this other shit.
Yeah, baby, get her, you get her.
First of all, RG3, you look like you came from a black mother. You look like there's nothing mixed about you. You look like you came from a black mother. So every time you dog a black woman, you're dogging your mother, your grandmother, your aunties. I don't know if you have sisters. That's what you're dogging. And remember, I don't know you like that. But maybe you mad back in the day, black women didn't you or something. Maybe they made fun of you. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Hey, man, I grew up with black girls making fun of me being dark-skinned, but I never gave up on them. Black women would, be like, hey, you're cute to be dark. They would say shit like this. This is growing up in Chicago, that Southern mentality. But yeah, so you're right about that. Family, don't leave my wife's name out your mouth. But I thought when I was watching your video, you had your wife in the background in the little chair, balled up. I thought that was kind of corny. I thought that was a little corny, man. The optics didn't look right. You feel me? You could say what you want, but listen. First of all, the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, I think, is great for women's basketball. Women's basketball, it's taken a long time for women's basketball to actually come into prominence. It's taken a long time because they've had empty stadiums. Nobody really with the WNBA. And now, in the past, 5, 6, 7 years, it has really become an important sport. The rivalry is great. I think the rivalry between her and Angel Reese is awesome. We need that. We need more of that. And I think Caitlin Clark, by the way, is a fantastic basketball player. She's very important to the sport. She's dope. She's dope. And I like Angel Reese is dope too. And I love that she says I'm the GOAT. Let her say whatever you want as long as we watch them with enthusiasm and the whole nine. That's all I care about. But there is a black and white, there always is a racial underlying tone all the time. Because, not to be mean, usually it's white folks that bring up the anytime a white girl or a white dude does something really cool in a black dominated sport, go crazy. They're so happy that a white person is beating a black person. I'm saying this is in a lot of situations, like the Eminem situation, who I love Eminem, but white folks will, Eminem is the best, Eminem is the best. Relax. Anytime a white person does something small, something in a dominated thing, like it's like a white guy that can moonwalk, we'd be like, damn, that can moonwalk. Relax. These are all things that happen all the time. Anytime the racial aspect always gets into the way, because black women, and not taking anything from there's a lot of great white women basketball players, amazing. You had Rebecca Lobo, you had a bunch of people. But anytime there's a black dominated sport, a lot of times people get discredited. And black women, from Cheryl Swoops to Dawn Staylaw, they have held up the WNBA. I don't give a what anybody says. So RG3, I just thought it was a little corny having your wife in the background. What are you trying to say? And then you make fun of a black woman with the white girl in the back. That's cornball shit. Sorry for the interruption, everybody. Guess what? I'm shooting my hour special at the Apollo, the legendary Apollo in Harlem. Let's go, people. Yo, tickets are on sale right now. June 12th, 9 p.m. June 12th, 9 p.m. You heard it right. I know you guys are like, it's about god dang time, Godfrey. Yes, the Apollo, June 12th, my hour special. Get tickets now. It's in the link in my bio. Let's go! Some of you that are in interracial relationships, some of you all do stupid like that. You do stupid shit to kind of thumb your nose up at your own people. I really feel, this is just my opinion, it is a form of self-hatred, that it's so in your subconscious that you don't even realize you're doing it. You know what I mean? Doing TikToks with your counterpart and real weird shit like that. I don't think it's something you do because I just want to do it. I think it's a thing where you go, look what I got. I got a white girl. I got a black boy. I got a black husband. You know that? And I think that's a dangerous thing to do. It just doesn't look right. If you all understand what I mean, can't wait to hear your comments. It made my ass itch a little bit. And don't give me that, love who you love, Godfrey. Why you work? Shut the f***, okay? I'm not talking about, that's not the point, all right? Because anybody that's saying that to me, you know you have a guilty conscience on your reasoning for being in an interracial relationship. Yes, of course you should be in an interracial relationship because you love somebody, not because you hate your own race. The history of black people in this country for centuries being persecuted and beaten and treated like shit, you know? There was a time where miscegenation, interracial relationships, was illegal. So I'm saying a lot of times people do it out of insecurity. And they act like they got the prize when they're with another race by dogging their own race, which is a crime to me. That is what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm not saying RG3 is doing that, but I'm saying, like I said before, them optics don't look right. Hopefully I'm clear about this, but I'm sure there'll be somebody that misconstrues what the I said and go, okay.